Well, it was a dream of mine to create a project that celebrates and recognizes women activists from the last 700 years and women who are currently fighting for equality. Equality is the big umbrella term, but it's also educational rights and marriage equality, human rights and civil rights. And so I wanted to create a concert where women and all people could come and see the heroes that have turned the wheel of justice forward for all those years without being recognized. I created the whole silent documentary film, which is 70 minutes long. I created it. It's in 12 thematic chapters, and I created the whole film first. And then I thought about the themes of each chapter, and I listened to a lot of different composers' works. And for instance, there's a chapter on second wave feminism. And I said, Miriam Cutler, I've got to have her on this because I love what she did with RGB. And RBG, sorry, and so I got her to do that chapter. I have a chapter on marriage equality, and I wanted it to be warm, loving, beautiful, and I got Starr Parodi to write this gorgeous lyricism. I always cry when I talk about this project. I'm sorry, and then I wanted, for instance, to have this really strong, big orchestral sound to bookend the project. I got the prologue with Lolita Ritmanis, and then she wrote The Long Road. And then we did We Rise at the end. I was lyricist and she was composer. Those are the bookends. And so I wanted that big, expansive orchestral sound. And so I got her. And Penka Kouneva with all her lyricism. She has 6 pieces, and she is like the golden needle that interweaves and puts the whole mosaic together and holds these pieces. So I was listening to orchestration, color, timbre, sound, composer's voice, how they use thematic material, and I wanted to be able to go up and conduct a concert and be fully engaged. I didn't want to be conducting underscore and giving some beats. I wanted to go up and have the time of my life. And so I was looking for composers who could really bring it to the table and keep me busy, keep the orchestra busy, keep the audience engaged, and so we could really have fun. And so I carefully considered all angles. Not everyone I wanted to have on the team was available. And so we are now creating a second chapter, second phase of Women Warriors. We're going to be planning a live tour. And we already have one composer on board, Ching Shang Chang. And she's brilliant, and we've already recorded her piece in Riga. And so I'm circling back around to the other composers and seeing if they can come back on board. I also scored a piece myself. It's an anti-war chapter and honors 3 Nobel Prize-winning women who fought against war for the last 50 years. And so it's a living, breathing chronicle of history and continues to evolve according to world events. And so it's going to reflect the times. And it's a malleable project in that I can change chapters, I can change the order of them, I can put new things in. And so it's going to be always up to date, completely up to date. Yeah, I would quote Steven Spielberg, who said, "Listen to the whisper." And I had a whisper in my ear, and I had a dream, and it told me women warriors' voices have changed. Literally, it came into my mind, and I woke up and I said, oh my gosh, that's got to be something. And I had some kind of dreams and conversations when I was sort of half asleep. And I said, I can't ignore it. And so I started 5 years ago this month at my kitchen table with a little tiny MacBook and started this project, and I had no idea where it would lead to. And it was kind of done, I just said, I've got to trust what I saw and what I heard. I don't know what I'm doing really exactly or where I'm going, but I'm not going to stop. And so I'd say listen to the whisper, because that information comes in for a reason, and I think we all have the ability to hear that. It's if you are still enough, and for me it comes to me when I'm half asleep or in the middle of the night. And so those are gifts from the universe.